Hi,
Hey, welcome to Two Non-Doctors. I'm Liz Mealy.
I'm Maria Shahada.
Remember us, guys?
Yeah.
We're doing a one-off.
Yeah, it's a one-off. We've spent the last
Yeah, tell them.
God, it's been so long since I've podcasted. We've spent the past few weeks together, and we were like, we gotta do a podcast at the end of this thing.
Because this is the most we've spent together not podcasting.
Right. And and then we met a lot of people who listened to the podcast.
It's been so nice.
It has been really nice. It's been great to meet everyone. And like so many people came out and supported and stuff. It was fun.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
And then we told everybody, we were like, we're going to do a one-off. So we're doing it.
Yeah, because we told too many people. So here it is.
Yeah.
This is our one-off.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of an East Coast tour together. And the most of it has been West Coast. And yeah. I think we've only fought once.
What did we fight about?
I don't know.
I don't think we fought. Okay. We were perfect. We were perfect.
We're a married couple that like
in love.
God. Okay, so we did
you
Boston.
Ate my peanut butter. You ate my peanut butter.
I did eat your peanut butter. I thought it was for me.
Yeah.
Because she gets me peanut butter every morning because I don't get up for breakfast. Because you can't make me get up for breakfast. Because we all know that lunch is the best meal. We just do callbacks to the past.
Breakfast in hotels is terrible. Especially when it's free. Especially when it's free.
In the US, because I was in Dubai, it was incredible. The best breakfasts I've ever had.
Middle Eastern hotel breakfasts.
Get it. Dude, they had halva. That's not even a breakfast food. I didn't think it was.
And they serve vegetables for breakfast, which was one of my Googles, but
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Middle Eastern breakfasts is probably the top of the hotel breakfasts. Then certain what you mean?
Say the word breakfast.
Breakfasts. If I have to order hotel breakfast, if I have to give an order to the best and worst hotel breakfasts, it would be Middle Eastern ones. Then it would be certain Europeans, usually like Scandinavian
countries.
Yes,
those are so good. Yeah.
So Scandinavian breakfasts, a lot of cheese. Should you be having cheese that early? Probably not.
Germany had incredible food at hotels too.
I agree with that. Oh, dude, the best, when I did my European tour, the best oatmeal. I know oatmeal, you're like, what, who eats? Best oatmeal I've ever had was in the airport in Berlin.
Best oatmeal.
Shut up, man.
Ever had.
I've
made you oatmeal.
I said
you told me that.
I said that one was made with love. Amazing. This was made with German berries.
One was made with blueberries, okay? I make amazing oatmeal.
And then it's like, honestly, most hotel breakfasts, even at like nice hotels here, trash. I mean, I guess if you pay for it, but even when you pay for it, but definitely
no, because when you pay for it, the eggs are eggs.
That's true. Yeah, we do a lot of powdered eggs. That's the trick, guys. If you don't know, if you get like scrambled or an omelet, that shit's powdered eggs. You got to get fried eggs. Yeah,
or do the boiled egg because it's an actual egg.
Yeah, but like when they're doing that little mixy thing, lies. And then below that is military food.
Yeah,
just so you're clear, as two people have done a lot of military tours, and thank you.
They make a lot of sacrifices in the military.
Oh man, some of the worst tum issues I've ever had is what I thought was a vegetable on a military base, and my body was like, "This is not real food." Yeah. So thank you for your service, everybody. But I cannot eat on a military base with my tum. Yeah. So we recommend everybody goes to the Middle East at least for a hotel breakfast. And I just asked her to get little peanut butters, and then I eat them with a spoon throughout the day.
Yeah, there was 2 left. I grabbed them. Like I had to push someone over for it, but I got it. And one was for me, one was for her. And I go to look for it because I was hungry. I have to remember to bring snacks for hotel rooms. I hate not having any food.
Yeah.
And I went to look for it, and then I didn't see it. And then I was too empty. 2 empty peanut butter things. You're just like a mouse. Like my food's gone.
But yeah, I think we've nailed this.
Yeah, other than that, we haven't fought too much, which is surprising because we spent hours in the car together.
Yeah, a lot of driving.
Shared the DJing.
And great. Some of your best DJing, honestly.
Yeah, which which led to quite a few Googles. Yeah. And I think we're just gonna do Googles this time, and
like inspired Googles from our, like, you'll learn about our tour through Googles.
well, we'll talk about the tour, but that inspired the Google and then etc. and so on.
Yeah. What's our first Google?
The first one I have written down, although I don't think it was our first Google. So, okay, why is the number 4 unlucky?
Oh, what inspired that? So
we were in a hotel
Vancouver.
in Vancouver, and I think it was like
probably like
a Chinese area.
Yeah.
And I noticed that like going on the elevator, it went from 5 to 3. And I was like, there's no 4th floor. And so I went to the lobby and asked the lady, I was like, what happened to your 4th floor?
Was there a bomb?
And she said, yeah.
Fire.
She said, it's unlucky, so there is no 4th floor. And I was like, oh,
okay.
I mean, she was Asian. So I was like, okay. I was like, oh, usually it's like the 13th floor. There's no 13th floor in big buildings. She's like, we don't have a 13th floor either. I just hadn't gone up that far, but I didn't realize they don't have a 13th or 4th floor.
It's nice to see the cultures come together for superstition only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nothing else.
Also, though, there is a 4th floor.
What is that Mitch Hedberg joke where he's just like, if you jump, you will hit the ground sooner.
Yeah. So I Googled why is 4 unlucky? And this is the same for Chinese, Japanese, and Korean, because the number 4 sounds a lot like the word death. So the word for number 4 sounds like death in their cultures. So it's unlucky for them. Okay. Which then led us to talking about the number 13 and why that one was unlucky.
And it was super convoluted.
Yeah, because you just kind of like take for granted that something like that is unlucky. You're like, yeah, it's unlucky, but I never thought about why.
Yeah.
And so we Googled that, and the reason is okay. So the first answer is so it's based on the 13th guest. So the Norse mythology god Loki was the 13th to arrive at a feast in Valhalla, where he tricked someone into killing Balder. Now, I think I would have had to read on to find out who these people are and why they needed each other to die.
And why didn't we get invited to the party? Why are we never invited?
I feel like you don't want to be invited to this one. So that was that one. And then the other one was Judas was the 13th guest to the final dinner. It's the final dinner. I don't know.
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper.
I'm not even religious, and even I knew it wasn't the final dinner. Why did you make it like season 16 of Fast and Furious? The final dinner.
I couldn't remember the meal.
Final dinner. Yo, I'm using that forever. I'm like, yo, are we going to the final dinner?
It's like Jesus at the final dinner.
Amazing. Yes, the Last Supper.
So Judas was the 13th guest to the Last Supper. We all know what happened there.
Yeah, happened there. I at least I just know it's called the Last Supper.
All right, cool. And then we were driving along, and then we were running out of songs because we've been driving for hours and hours. And so I started looking for more songs, and I found I Wish by Skilo.
Well, also I said Peppy. So this is my thing. Right. So I was the designated driver, and I feel like if I'm the designated driver, you can DJ, I'm fine with you picking whatever songs, but if I'm tired, we can't do emo. We can't do sad, right? I like a sad song, but not 4 hours into a 6-hour drive. So I said Peppy, and then we started to we weren't sure, and then we went 90s, and that was like Peppy 90s. So that led us to Skilo, which is still one of, I wish is still...
You all remember Skilo? I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl good, I would call her. Turns out he's kind of a dick in that song. He's talking about hood rats.
Yeah, he's calling a lot of women hood rats. He wants to be 6'9", which is like,
no one needs that.
Nobody, we don't need that. Like, I get that he's short, but you're going too far. Like for me, I'm almost 5'1". My dream height is 5'4". That's realistic. Right? Right? But did we even look up how tall he was?
I don't think so. That's actually a really good, yeah.
We should figure that out.
So while we were like, what happened to Skilo?
Yeah, because we need to know if, because that's a one-hit wonder, which, I mean, I don't think, do they call it one-hit wonders anymore because everybody has like a single?
Yeah, you do, yeah. I don't know, he's 5'8".
That's not even that short.
It's not tall. To be fair to him, he said a little bit taller.
Yeah, and then he said 6'9". in the lyrics, which isn't a little bit taller. Me going from almost 5'1" to 5'4" is a little bit taller.
Maybe he wasn't talking about his height.
Oh
damn.
Oh damn. Oh damn. My dad is 5'4", my mom is 5'2", I'm almost 5'1", you're 4'11". Like there's, you know, my roommates I think were like 5'3" and 5'6". You don't know what short is, man.
Yeah.
5'8" is bad.
It's luxurious.
5'8" is you sneak in some of those. Remember you used to use those wedges in your shoes?
Yes.
When I first met Maria, she had sneaky wedges.
I still have those.
But
I don't use them.
They hurt your feet. I thought, like they hurt your heels.
Yeah, they do. They fucked me up. But I was tall. I was like 2 inches taller for a little.
Yeah,
I confuse people. Like at work, they're like, "You seem taller today." It's like, really? I think I've been doing some core exercise.
You're trying to say that I've just been standing up straight more. I'm a ballerina. Okay, so he's 5'8". That's already disregarding his feelings. But I still love that song, even though it's he's kind of trash to women in it.
Yeah. So he what happened to him was he basically produced that song with his friend. They did 100% of all the work. And then the record label took all the credit and all the money. And so he forced himself into early retirement because he's like, I'm not your slave.
I'm proud of him.
I am proud of him. Yeah.
Good for you.
And then
he won a lawsuit, right?
He did win a lawsuit, but if we're telling this in a kind of a save the cat story.
Oh, sorry.
The dark night of the soul was, you know, he got very depressed. He was married with 2 kids, living in California, LA. And he got very depressed, and then
never got taller.
A voice, you don't.
Yeah,
you just get shorter. A voice said to him, "When were you happiest in your life?" And that never got answered. But that was when he decided to discover his love for Islam. Mm-hmm. So that reinvigorated that, and then he picked himself up and started a Skilo Records or something. He started a record company and he started producing stuff, and he won the rights back to the song "I Wish." So we probably listened to that song 73 times. You are welcome, Skilo.
Yeah, I hope you got it. I'm probably gonna re-download it. I love it. I hope he gets all the money. And I just let you know, keep fighting the fight.
All right. Does 20 minutes of swimming do anything?
What is that? How was that inspired, Maria?
Hotel pools. I'll just be in there for 20 minutes before someone annoys me.
Trying to beat out children.
Kids come in, and start pissing in the pool. So, yes, it'll burn 250 calories. It's a full body workout, and it's just as many calories as running, except it's a full body workout.
But also, what's nice about it is it's not hard on your knees. Like if you think about yes, you have some resistance from the water, but they say it's the most what's the right word for this? Low intensity.
Low impact.
Low impact. Thank you. Low impact. So that's the thing whenever anybody, especially as you get older, like if your back's hurting, your knees are hurting, swim, guys. Yeah. Swim. Not great for your hair. So wear a swim cap. Yeah. Because us curly ladies.
Yeah, just frizzy city. So the other thing was we got matching zits.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. We did. Both in the
middle of our chest. And my theory is that it's from seatbelts.
Sure. We also ate all the same meals.
Yes.
So whatever.
But why there? I mean, why not just a normal zit on your face?
Actually, we should have Googled that because the placement of your zits actually does mean something.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe someone can tell us. So middle of the chest. I think it's just because the seatbelt crosses you there, and
we did spend a lot of time, and we were car dancing.
Yeah, we were car dancing. There was a lot of that. You may see a video of it. You may not.
Yeah. We took video.
So I googled does because I didn't have any acne medication or anything like that, and I was like, does toothpaste dry out a zit? And yes. But you're not supposed to do it because it also irritates zits and can make it worse and redder. Yeah. So don't use that. Use probably diluted tea tree oil or whatever salicylic acid. It's been the same advice for years. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, everything is the same, and it kind of helps. I love that all acne medication is kind of helps, but doesn't. Yeah. That's everybody's just do you want something that maybe would work, but we haven't figured it out. They've cured certain types of cancer, and they're just we cannot figure out these little baby bumps.
Don't know about hormones.
We don't get it.
Figure it out, and especially if you're a woman in mid-50s. Oh, really don't care about those hormones.
We don't care about anything.
So we were flying from Tacoma bumped up to first class.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's all Liz Mealy here.
What is
She
it?
can't go 2 minutes without saying I'm
Sky Priority. I earned that.
No, I know it's good. It's good job. I mean, I've been with Delta for 20 years.
You've gotten the benefits of my hard.
I've also had to hear you talk about you being Sky Priority.
You said I could.
Fine.
I have to say, of all the things I've earned over my lifetime, I kind of feel pretty good about Sky Priority. Like, I feel, you know how some things just kind of happen and you're just like, I don't know if I earn that, or like, I don't know if I care about, like, I genuinely care about Sky Priority. I genuinely like the benefits of Sky Priority. When I fly a different airline, I forget that I don't have Sky Priority and it really ruins my day. And I have told strangers I'm Sky Priority. I've done that.
Yeah. Uber drivers.
Everybody knows. I just want to, like, you know how like you'll get like
your new opener on stage
as Sky Priority. But you know how like some people will have like my name is Liz. I just want to be like, I'm Sky Priority.
Yeah.
Like a little badge.
You carry yourself like that. We all know.
They should give us pins.
Okay.
I would legit,
little wings on them.
Yeah. Like I'm a flight attendant.
Also, 10 years in therapy should have its own pin.
Oh, it's like merit badges, like you're in Boy Scouts.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't even bother talking to me.
Yeah. 10 years into therapy, 20 years into flying in the sky. Just have my frequent flyer number as it goes up.
Yeah. So we were flying from Tacoma to LA. We got bumped up to first class. Excellent news, bad news.
Hurricane.
Yeah. So it's like, we're gonna fly you right into your death. But first class.
First class. First of all, the whole time you were just like, we might die, but this will be great.
I have never been so happy on a flight in my life than flying first class. I was gonna say like next to you, but it didn't even matter if or not. It was awesome.
So we knew probably like 3-4 days before that a hurricane was going into LA the day that we arrived, and we were like tracking it and So of course, as it gets closer, like, you know, everybody has their theories. Like, it's so funny that from like the Weather Channel to like people in LA to like, even my mom was like, you'll be fine. And I was like, why? What? That's my life. Like, why are we being so...
Your mom, who was terrified of flying.
Yeah. She was like, you'll be fine. But as we kind of tracked it and saw what they were saying, it went from a hurricane to a what do you call it?
Tropical
storm. But it really didn't look like it was even going to start raining until we landed, because we were taking like a 6:30 flight and we were going to land at 9:15 in LA. And I said, weather doesn't start until 9 and we'll be fine. And I know that sounds crazy, but as a frequent flyer mile, as Sky Priority, I have learned, and a lot of comics do this, like you take the early flight. In the beginning, you take early flights because they're the cheapest flights, like legit 5 a.m., 6 a.m. flights are like anywhere from $50 to $150 cheaper, depending on where you go. But also they take off. So if there's going to be a snowstorm, if things are crazy, you want the early flight. And so I've just it's a dumb thing I say, but like, you know, weather doesn't happen until 9 a.m. But really what it is that it's a fresh crew. It's the first flight of the day. And if you just go from like the logic of flying, delays pile on. So like, let's say my flight does get delayed. Let's say it's a 6:30 flight. It gets delayed till 7. Sure. But then the next flight's also going to be delayed a half hour or more, and then just trickles down. So now your 2 p.m. flight is at 6 p.m. And when it comes to making money, like I fly in at least for one show, if not for the beginning of a weekend on the day that I arrive, you need to make that flight. So it's like, yes, I'm always tired the first day. And yes, it's the worst day is the first day of any city, but I haven't had in like 15 years of flying, honestly, I haven't had too many cancellations or delays, because to this day, I still take the early flight.
Yeah. I knew that early flights were always better and they got delayed less, but I always thought it was just kind of because as the day goes on, more mistakes get made and things get backed up.
Yeah.
But what you were saying was weather doesn't wake up until like 9, which I was like, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. And then it was true. It's like it kind of weather accumulates.
Yeah. So if let's say it starts raining at 5 a.m. Yes, that sucks. But 5 a.m., unless it's a catastrophe, isn't that big of a deal. But if it's been raining from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m., now, as you know, just like the roads get slippier and they start to, you know, what do they say? Like after an hour of rain, that's when you start hydroplaning and shit. Like,
Okay.
so there's just this, like, that it's a, like, am I smart enough? Am I keeping this in my brain? No, but I do think when I make decisions, it's like based on something somebody told me 20 years ago and I just never update it, and it kind of works.
Yeah.
And sometimes being dumb and never updating gets you on the flight.
There you go.
We're leaving very early tomorrow.
Yes, we are. I would say we were leaving today. Like, it's like
that's almost true.
We're up at 3. All right.
Those flights.
Just to get back on the music thing, I Googled how to rap fast without running out of breath.
Okay, why?
Because
I would say this is almost our theme song.
Yeah. We've been listening to Spooky Coochie.
It's called Spooky Coochie.
By Doechii, and she flies.
She's amazing.
And it was my goal to be able to rap all the lyrics as fast as her.
It started in Boston. We probably listened to it 10 times just going back and forth to Boston, and you would do the lyrics and we just over and over.
And I would trip over it and like get the spits flying out of my mouth. I don't have time to swallow because she goes so fast. And it was sloppy. And I would say that by the end of the trip, I was pretty close.
No, it was pretty good. It would be interesting to hear it with it down to see how much you hit for realsies.
Yeah.
Not, you know, more karaoke style.
But I wasn't falling behind like I was at the beginning.
No, you've really grown as a rapper.
I have.
Just making a career.
I have. But it's a lot of diaphragm breathing, basically. And then you can, you know, it's like anything. It's like you increase your capacity for breath the more you do. So there are breathing exercises, which I got too lazy to write down for this Google. But you would do breathing exercises to strengthen your diaphragm.
Which we practiced in the car. I was really proud of us.
Yeah. And I also was like, does circular breathing work for this? And I looked that up, and yeah, I mean, because like singers and people who have woodwind instruments use circular breathing.
But I wonder if, because as somebody that yells on stage and I've started to get faster and faster with some of my ranting bits, I wonder if I'm doing something.
I think you're memorizing what you're saying, so it's coming to you quicker.
No, but like I do have to take a breath. Like I don't think I'm consciously knowing when I take a breath, because the only time I realize I'm taking a breath is when I fuck up a joke.
Oh yeah,
because I fucked up my murder sheets joke yesterday and I kind of knew, like I took a breath because I fucked it up.
Yeah,
but I don't actually know when I take my breaths in some of those rants.
Okay, that's interesting, because whenever I when I have a bit of a rant, I know where I'm breathing, because I know like I'm winded by the end of this one sentence, so I knew that a breath is coming. But yeah, and circular breathing, if you don't know, and I don't know I still don't know, but like it's like you're breathing in as you're breathing out, and so so just kind of people who play trumpets, I guess, like Dizzy Gillespie must have been good at it, but not me. But yeah, that's that.
So you're in hip hop now.
I'm a hip hop artist now, and yeah, I'm just gonna rap tonight. I'm gonna rap my entire set.
Great, awesome.
Okay, I've already done that one. Guess what a dried prune is?
What is a dried prune?
It's a plum.
I really don't think I knew that. But especially because prunes don't taste good and plums taste great.
I love a plum.
I love a plum.
Both great for your digestion.
Oh, good to know. But like, especially like, I like a hard plum, like with some like you hear it when you bite into it.
Oh yeah, a bit of crunch.
Yeah, and I'm like, do you like?
I like the softer ones.
Ew, bro. Ew. You also like soggy.
I like soggy cereal. I like soggy fries. I like soggy plum. It's all right.
Gross. Genuinely disgusted.
We were driving on the I-5 in north of Seattle. Like we were driving down from Vancouver, and we noticed there were no rest areas. I
think we were about to pee our pants.
Yeah. Well, we kept having to go to restaurants and buying shit. I'm like, this peeing is getting expensive.
Yeah.
And so I Googled, didn't you ask me to Google this?
Yeah, because we couldn't find any rest areas, and it's like, it's fine, but like I'm just so used to going up and down the East Coast in like 95. And as two women, like,
what do you call them? Flying something? Flying? The rest areas on the East Coast are like flying J's.
I've never heard that in my life.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Jesus.
Flying J's.
No, but just like as two women, like I almost exclusively go to rest areas, especially when I need gas. Like I like it well lit.
Flying J Travel Center.
Flying J?
Maybe it's Southern California.
I have never heard that in my life.
Cool. I mean, just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean I'm fucking free.
But you lived in LA for how many years? 8 years? 7 years.
Yeah.
So most of your driving as an adult has been.
No, I've been driving since I was 16.
Half of your driving as an adult has been in a quarter of your driving.
I'm 95 years old, young lady.
But most of we drove a lot this tour, but I normally would have just flown most of these. So most of my driving experience has been on the East Coast and the Midwest, I would say.
Yeah.
And then I did drive my sister cross country when she moved to LA.
Haven't done that one yet. I've always wanted to do that.
I mean, I think, okay, we're gonna start a fight. I think we can all agree. Anybody from the East Coast / Jersey, New York can agree that Wawa is the best rest stop. And then as I traveled, especially going Midwest, I've fallen in love with Sheetz.
Okay.
And then now that I've done more like south, fuck, what was it called? Oh crap. It has a chipmunk. Am I crazy about this? There's like a big rest stop. It's really about how well lit it is, how big it is, and your sandwiches.
Okay. So we Googled, are the rest areas closed? Like what's going on? Are there no rest areas? And I guess the ones north of Seattle are closed because of excessive trash, vandalism, and staffing shortages.
I wonder what the order is though, because when I think of like Seattle or Washington, they're all like good people. You know what I mean? We recycle.
It would be funny if it was the trash first, and then the people are like, I'm not coming to work. There's too much fucking trash.
Yeah, and they had some of the most aggressive anti-littering signs. Like they said it's $1,000 if you litter. I've never seen it. Like on the East Coast, it's like $250.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't litter because it's.
I know, but sometimes like what if you flick a cigarette out? Is that $1,000?
Yeah, that's litter, bro.
That's nuts. That is nuts. By the way, I think there's a walnut tree outside of this window.
Is that walnuts?
Are those walnuts? Sorry. I'm like, wow. I also saw a black squirrel here. I don't know how common that is.
It could be shriveled flowers.
I'm going to choose to believe there was nuts.
I did see a lemon tree when we were in the Uber.
Oh, yeah. And I saw an orange tree here.
Okay.
No, that was an SLO. Okay.
Okay.
And then we're almost done here. We're almost done.
We've been Googling.
Something's wrong with Buttercup. Do we want to talk about I don't know.
We've gone completely off health. What was it in reference to? Something's wrong with Buttercup.
We were at Starbucks, and I don't know if one of us was mad about something, but it was just we were I said something's wrong with Buttercup, and then you remembered that was something from the 90s Comedy Central.
Yeah. Which is how we kind of became friends. I think we both watched so much Comedy Central Presents, and we liked the same comics.
Yeah.
I remember being at that Chinese restaurant together and just vibing off.
Yeah.
People that are now famous.
Yeah. 100%. But like you said, it was Brian Regan. I was like, there's no way it was Brian Regan. So I just Googled something's wrong with Buttercup. I think his name is Jeff Allen.
We couldn't find his half-hour presents or his premium blend.
Yeah, I think it was a premium blend. But if you get a chance to see that clip, he's just funny.
He's a funny guy.
Jeff Allen.
Have you ever met him? I've never met him.
Nope.
Jeff Allen, you're memorable.
Yeah, we remember you. Okay, and finally, I think we can end on this one. How do you get a dashboard pad off a dashboard?
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So we were driving to Boston to do a gig, and I like a clappy song. I feel like what was I think the one most people know is
Sticks. Too much time on my hands.
Too much time on my hands. And it kind of keeps you, especially again as you're driving, you're tired. That's like a 4.5, 5-hour drive. So Wet Leg has a clappy song. I think it's called Wet Leg, and it's called something wet again.
Wet Dream.
Yeah. So Wet Leg, great group. They have a Wet Dream. They have a clappy song. Styx has a clappy song. Shura Shura is like a 60s song.
Yeah.
That's clappy. But there's a bunch of clappy songs, and I like a good clappy song. And we wanted to record it because we're in the car for a long time, and it was fun. So at first you were using trying to prop it up in the corner of the windshield and it was falling, da, 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 da. So I bought a thing for it could both be on the window, like to hold your phone could be on the window, or it could be on the dash. But of course we were in rental cars. And this is how I am as the designated driver. Everything on that side is Maria's problem. She's DJing. She's looking for gas stations. You know what I mean? You're
peeling bananas. I'm the help. I'm the help.
She's got it, and I'm grateful. So she was in charge of learning how to set this thing up. Did in the mirror or did it in the window. Seemed pretty good. We're in a rental car.
It just wasn't further back enough because I couldn't both be in it. So I wanted to put it on the dash. So there was a dash pad that came with it.
Yeah.
So you'd think it was just easy peasy getting it on and off.
The same way it's easy peasy getting it off the window.
Exactly.
Easy peasy.
I put it on the dash.
Not easy peasy.
Cannot get it off. I tugged at that motherfucker for so long.
While driving. So someone's like, I don't know if you've ever been in the car and someone's having like a silent meltdown, but you're just like, and I keep being like, we'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out. We can't be the first person. I know it's not our car and probably it was other people's car, but we can't be the first person that's like, oh, fuck, we don't want this permanently here. But my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments of the entire trip is we stopped to go get coffee. I'm just like kind of getting my wallet and my phone to get out. And just as she's getting out, I can see her just trying one more time. And then she's like, the corner of my eye, she's like this moment, like maybe standing was the problem. So you Googled.
I Googled it and like, I think it said soap and water plus like it was either like I think it was tooth what's the stuff
you were not ready to do you don't know words.
Tooth string. You put tooth string on the
final dinner.
After your final dinner you use
tooth string.
So dental floss. And so I had dental floss, it breaks, and it's just
I had dental floss. I just
sorry,
clear.
You
I carry dental floss because I've had braces twice.
Yeah.
I don't want you getting credit for the fact that I had dental floss.
I meant to say I was using it. I was using her dental floss and I was trying to saw at this thing like it was
also while driving again.
Giant's tooth. And and it just all it did was snap the dental floss. And like there's a bit of finesse that goes with it, but like so we had to like wait till we got to the hotel and then get some soap and water. And
I'm proud of us though, because I put some soap in like a to go, you know how they give you little coffee things in your hotel, some soap and some hot water in the to go thing. And I got a little washcloth to catch all that stuff just to not make a wet pile of soapiness. Got that definitely helped. And then I did the little saw thing. Then I peeled it up with my little I climb sometimes. I do some bouldering, so I got some little finger muscles.
Oh yeah, your forearms looked like fucking Incredible Hulk. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was filming it because it was an ordeal,
but it's like, and like I feel victorious. We had a problem.
I feel like we could send that video to our Patreons who have hung on.
Yeah, you want to see this muscle, bro? But yeah, we had some good chaos moments.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have one final show tonight.
Yeah, we're in Sunnyvale right now.
LA got canceled twice. It was not meant to be.
Yes. So I do feel bad. So LA was supposed to be on Hurricane Day. That got postponed to September 1st. And then I had a death in the family and I'm going home tomorrow. And now it's pushed back to February 3rd. So anybody that was coming to LA, I do apologize. That will be February 3rd. Your tickets transfer automatically. And anybody that wants to go, February 3rd. But do you have any things you want to promote?
Yeah. So I'm doing my solo show in London at Bread and Roses Theater on October 22nd and 23rd. Please come to that because I would like it to have a longer run. So I have 2 nights there.
Is this Wisdomless?
Wisdomless, yeah. I'm trying to go more theater, less stand-up. Okay. That's what's like, and it's a slow transition. But
it's punchy. I mean, I saw The Hour in New York.
It is punchy. Right now, it's like kind of like half and half. Actually, it's like more stand-up than anything.
Yeah.
If I'm going to bring more theatrical elements into it, I want a director and I need to like practice it so that anyway, come see the show.
Great. I really love it.
The tickets are on my website.
What's your website, Maria?
www.
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. mariashahada.com. I think you can also get my album on my website.
Oh, what a
I've been
great
selling my
album.
album on this tour, and people have been buying it. And I want to thank everyone who came out, first of all, and anyone who supported me and bought the album. That was massive, and it meant a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy it.
Also follow her on the socials.
At Maria Shahada.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know when we're putting this out, but I'm getting ready to shoot my special September 16th. So I'll be in Atlanta in like a week and a half or whenever this comes out. So beginning of September, I'm in Atlanta, I'm in Cleveland, I'm in Pittsburgh, and then September 16th, I'm shooting my special. 2 shows. First one's almost sold out. Second one is selling fast. Come see me in Brooklyn, tape my special. And then I got a bunch of other stuff. It's all on my website, but I am taking the rest of September a little slow, and then I'm back out there with new jokes, telling new stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how often we'll do these little one-offs, but
I hope we do more.
yeah, I hope we tour together more.
Yeah.
This can't
Definitely.
be our this
It's
can't
so
be our
much fun.
final dinner. But thank you so much. Truly, we had a lot of people come out and say that they missed the podcast, and we are grateful to you that you listened during the pandemic and kept us sane. And we're grateful that you guys came off the live shows. It's been really awesome. So, make sure you follow us and keep in the loop. We do post updates and stuff on our Tune On Doctors Instagram, and then we have our individual ones. So
Thanks, guys.
thank you.
Bye.